Aquarius, walking on eggshells or walking on sunshine. Some are probably Leo or Aquarius. Leo, Aquarius. So you can watch this as an 8. Obviously, if you know the channel quite well, then you'll know. Sorry, I'm kind of like distracted because the camera's slightly off there. But yeah, like walking on eggshells, feeling, well, uneasy, like eggs over easy. I like me eggs over easy. Easy, Steve. Something to do with Steve, or like eating eggs or beating a lot of eggs. But like eggshells, they keep saying, like I feel like I'm like nervously approaching something around a Leo energy, but like nerve, like you've got a nerve, and like someone's paranoid to shit because you kind of got this bipolar. You could be dealing with a Libra. Number 2, I'm picking up on huge sun energies, which means sun, well, son, daughter. I was going to say family, Jenny, but like something to do with family, okay? Or Jenny on the block, or something, or prisoner cell block H. I think that came up for another reading. Haley, prisoner cell block H. Someone just about to get out of prison or something like that, and someone's like very nervous about this person coming out, or like very nervous around what this person's going to come out with, and you've got like a Jackal and Hyde, or the name Jackie, Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jasmine, but like I don't know what they're going to say next. It's like this nervous approaching energy of like because I'm bringing up like a cat, so like a Leo energy or an 8. So it could be an Aquarium, it could be coming to yourselves. You could have the paradox energy again here, Aquarius. Paradox energy is where people have got the same kind of placements in different places, but you're watching it of like Leo, Aquarian, Sun, Rising, Venus, Tubular, and all these people have got kind of like these placements around your soul group, right? That's a paradox energy to me. So what I'm hearing for a lot of you for the first week of July here, Aquarius, is a lot of like walking on sunshine, walking on like eggshells around a person, this nervously approaching, don't know whether a person's going to be Jackie or Hyde, or like Jackal or Hyde. Like you don't know what they're going to do, what they're going to say next. And it's kind of like someone that has like temper tantrums. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius or a Life Path 5 or a Taurus, but a 5. When I say Taurus or Sagittarius, I kind of mean a 5. So basically anybody of relating of a 5, any relation also, anyone's relation that is like a Sagittarius, Taurus or a 5, okay? But I definitely keep picking up like this nervously approaching, standing on eggshells around somebody because they keep fucking doing daft things. So like Daft Punk or Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, or Luke, or someone that's called Walker, or that needs a, I don't know, a walking aid or a hearing aid, or like what? Sphincter says what? What? Could be dealing with a Virgo. I think that came up in a Virgo reading. Like a sphincter says what? Someone that speaks out their mouth. This is also a sphincter, not out their asshole. So something like well, they keep saying nervous, like I'm so nervous around this person because they keep doing weird shit. Like one minute they're this, and then the next minute they're all right, and the next minute they're not all right, and they're like, what? Like, are you all right? And here we go with the, sorry, because I'm picking up like this questioning one's reality again. Of like Jen, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jasmine, but you could be like dealing with a 7. Whatever you do, I'm a Life Path 7. Never question my reality because it will fucking annoy the shit out of me. Now, what I'm picking up is that somebody questions someone's reality. They kind of like, they do things themselves, like 5. They go over it themselves. They analyse the situation. They go over it, and then they kind of like they question themselves, and then through paranoia. This isn't a trigger. This is paranoia. This is like, okay, is everything? Well, it doesn't have to be. It's control. It's like someone's like, okay, and then they're like, no, everything's not okay, everything's not okay. Is everything okay? And you're like, yeah, everything's fine. Yeah, I've had this phrase just around fucking narcissism, Aquarius. Looks like it's the same thing again. So Stephen King is happening too, or it is another Stephen, or Steve, or something like that. But it's like, is everything okay? Yeah. What are you sure? Like, are you sure? Unless your name's Gary or Tina. But like, are you sure? And you're like, yeah, I'm positive, negative Libra. So, yeah, no, I'm sure. Like, yeah, are you sure everything's okay with us? And you're like, yes, fucking, why is it not okay? You've just made it not okay now. Because now I'm getting like really aggressive and I'm feeling like this aggression around your channel stuff. You're right, Aquarius. So this is the section, well it isn't, I'm actually doing it both today because it's the 1st until the 7th, so I can't fit in like I normally do or have been, which is the channel stuff separately from the tarot reading. It's just one video from the 1st until the 7th, which will be If you haven't seen the channel before, I am an esoteric medium, psychic, all that kind of stuff, and I channel messages for you, and then we look at the tarot to see if it adds up. Okay, something that isn't adding up, it's around a Libra energy or a number 2 somewhere. Okay, but generally this it doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, it's kind of like, you're not making any sense. You're not speaking it. You're speaking very strangely, very weirdly. Yeah, but you didn't check up on, or you checked up on me and you didn't speak when you normally speak, and then you're like, yeah, I'm at work. Like, I'm at work. Like, or someone comes over to your work and makes you feel very uncomfortable. Or someone, this person, whoever it is, has got a very weird way of communicating. It's kind of like they get into this pattern of behaviour of like communicating, and then you've had this before where someone changes it up. Then they change up the scenario where they stop doing what they normally do, and then they've actually stopped doing that, and then they question you and say, "Are you okay? Is everything all right?" And you're like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Well, you didn't." No, fuck no. You normally do that. You stopped it. No, you stopped. Like, and this is either a kid or a child or narcissism and control, Aquarius. Because I'm getting fucking pissed off, if I'm honest, in my head, trying to work out what on earth it is that goes through someone's head. And I keep picking up like 5, like an energy of like, I can't work out what goes on in their head because they think too much. And when they think too much, they're constantly obsessed about thinking about a person. And they make that happen themselves. Like, they bring that upon themselves and that reality, and they bring the tower down themselves. So you've got to be dealing with a 7 energy somewhere. Right, and they think about it, and they think about it, and they think about it, and before they know it, it actually happens, and they've made it happen, but when it happens, they blame the other person for it. And it's so frustratingly annoying around this person or this message for you. But, because your first one started off around walking around sunshine or walking around eggs. So sunshine would mean like my daughter or my son, or I am the son and daughter, and I'm worried about my mother and father, and fucking people like do the same thing. And that same thing happens to a Stephen King, and it happens everywhere, and then you get my Scorpio side of rising, of like, right, fuck off. Okay, so it's kind of like this very annoying approaching energy of like, everyone suddenly starts to question a person's reality because they're not, it's kind of like a person obsesses over a person, like they think about someone day in, day out, and they base all of their life off one person. Like, they don't think about themselves when they're with themselves, or they play with themselves. Well, like, they play a game, like a Michael Douglas game, like Michael M, or Emily, Melissa, Maria, Matilda, Emily, M's, M's. But M and M, okay? So, or anybody that, like Marshall Mathers, or has 2 M's in their name. But, like, I keep hearing this, like, this... Oh, it's exhausting. It is. Like I said, it's a person that like ultimately goes over everything in their head, and the other party is very nervous approaching, thinking, fucking hell, man, what is this person going to be tomorrow, Matthew? Like Matthew Kelly, or like Kelly, or like Matty? But like, what is this person going to do next? Like, I'm approaching them, but I know fucking damn well that this person's going to do that again. Like, I just know they're going to do it again. And like, someone suddenly starts to analyse the situation, makes that happen themselves. That's a 5 all day long. But like, they think and go over it and analyse it even more. They make that, they start believing that something is wrong. Okay, when they believe something is wrong, they don't physically know that something is wrong. They question the other person's reality through paranoia, and then they bring the tower down and cause an argument through making a drama out of a crisis, which means that they are suffocating energies with like attention, like wanting it all the time, like thinking about the person day in, day out, day in and day out. And there's one thing, like a fuse of like getting the backlash of what you did expect, which means that someone brings this tower down upon themselves by, I don't know, thinking too much, doing too much, speaking too much, fucking, I don't know, or not speaking enough. Like this, well, you could really be dealing with a Capricorn / Gemini. This came up in their energy, and it's now coming up in yours. Okay, so it can be involving a 6 anywhere. Okay, which would be a Gemini, Capricorn, or a life path, or something like that. But anywhere, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node. But like this questioning temperature, like a temper. Now it's coming up, not temperature, like it had done in the Capricorn / Gemini reading. in this one now it's coming up as temper, like a temper tantrum. So it's a Sagittarian, so it's like a 5. So life path, Sagittarius or Taurus. And it's kind of like this temper tantrum, like obsessed about a person and thinking about them way too much, like way too much. And then like it comes across as way too much for the other person to handle. Like, man, I can't handle your temper. Like, I don't know what the fuck it is that you're saying. Like, why on earth is it that you've just now made me tempered and made me fucking now, like, because you're pushing my buttons, because you're questioning reality, you're bringing it upon yourself and doing it to yourself, and now you're going to get an answer that you didn't fucking want because you look for it. But a person can't understand, or they either do or they don't, or Johnny Don't Say is not alive within the energy of like, it's confusing, right? Like, I don't know, someone that psychoanalyzes things themselves, they say too much, don't say too much, want too much, think too much, and through that thinking and 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 thinking, they actually start to make this reality happen. So they make this argument happen between whatever this, because, well, I mean, it's hopefully your tower is different, but they think, like, the other party thinks and knows that this is going to happen because they're walking on eggshells. One of these parties here is walking on eggshells, very like, fucking hell, bruv, I can't, like, I don't want to say anything, like, I can't say anything of, like, what have I done wrong now? Like, what the fuck is wrong now? What have I done now? Like, is there anything else that I've not done right? And it's kind of like, yeah, but you didn't do this. Well, fuck, what about all the other things that I do? Or like, okay, what? Yeah, but you didn't say that at that time, specifically that there and then, and you didn't say that, and you're like, bruv, what the fuck is wrong? Like nothing is wrong, and then it's like, yeah, but what's wrong with you? And you're like, man, you fuck. That's it. That's what I'm hearing. Like, right? No, you're not fucking playing mind games. Out, done, finished, over. Is really what I'm hearing. So y'all could really be coming up with like a fucking huge argument, if I'm honest, of what, well, is channeled for you, Aquarius. Could be dealing with a 4, life path 4, or a Scorpio or / Aries. Okay, but if you have just met this channel, you're not going to know. So there's plenty of videos for you to catch up there with the numerology parts also. Because most star signs here have numbers, right? So that's how I do it. So you've kind of got this, like, fuck, I don't know, paradox of confusion of just fucking absolutely pissed off and annoyed that a person gets that annoyed, that angry, that quiet, that intimidating, that you don't know what to say to them. And then when you don't, because they'd say something, fuck you, I mean, you've got narcissism, you've got gaslight. Well, it doesn't have to be narcissism, but I can assure you that this is 100% gaslighting, like 100% gaslighting. Now, I don't know if this is very violent behaviour, but because if it's very violent and very like, ugh, like that can come across as sociopath kind of energy, but I'm not really picking that up so much. I'm picking up on like physical signs of gaslighting. So I'm picking up on energies of 9, like Virgo. Okay, physical gaslighting. Virgos can do this all the time, or it happens to them all the time. But because they're 9. The 9 and the 9 and the 9 is always cry for help in prison. 999. Every 9, yeah, I know. Sorry, but it does. Obviously, my first twin flame was a life path number 9. Years and years and years and years ago. Okay? So, yeah, 9, add 9 is 9, and then 9, and then, 9, it just adds multiples of 9. But, like this, just can't never seem to get out of this. Like, there's one more thing now that I haven't done right. That one thing, not all of the 9 others or the other things that I do for you that are great and fantastic. You don't notice that, but when I don't do this, that's the one thing that you pinpoint that I've done wrong. I mean, it doesn't have to be a Virgo, but I'm definitely picking up this energy of gaslighting. Okay, I'm like, okay, I'm doing all of this stuff for you, but you're not noticing the fact that I've done this. You know, I've fucking took you here, led you there, bought you this, bought you that, spoke to you here, been with you on this day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I've been with you every day. And then the one day, the fact that I don't do something, or can't see you or something, that one day, fuck, everything's gone wrong, everything's gone to shit. Because they'll focus on that one day. or that one thing that you didn't do right, or that you didn't say right, or that you, or like, say that, you know, because even around a Virgo energy, you can do all of these kind of things, right? All of these things, but then all of a sudden, they'll focus on that one thing, and that will set off this chain in their head of focusing on that one thing. That one thing will bring this tower down, where it's kind of like, well, fucking hell, bruv. I don't know what to say. That one thing. So it could be dealing with Stephen, another one, or me, or like a king, which would be a lion king for me. So Leo energy. So, well, or a king of whatever, king of cups, but I always relate that to lion king when I'm channeling. So, yeah. Well, if I'm honest, I'm going to apparently. But I can feel this energy of like, fuck it, no, fuck that, no. Because it feels like this approaching energy of this walking on eggshells, where I'm picking up that one of these parties is very aware that someone does that. Like, they know their behaviour, right? And this other person brings this all upon themselves, and they create a paradox energy where they think too much. This is why I'm picking up on like an Aquarian moon, maybe, because I'm picking up on like a trapped thought. Okay, so it could even be, well, I wouldn't say it would be an 8 moon. Well, it could be a Leo moon. It could be a Leo moon, Aquarian moon. Okay, but I'm picking up on a fixed sign in one's head, like someone that has a moon sign that's fixed, like a Taurus moon, an Aquarius moon, a Leo moon. Okay, but like fixed, like fixated on the person, and then when one thing goes wrong, fixated on the one thing that isn't right, and then it multiplies, and then it duplicates, and then it's more thinking, and then it's more thinking, and then more thinking, and then duplicating numbers. Nothing fucking computes within this person's head. It doesn't make sense, and then when they visually speak, it doesn't make any sense to the other party, and they're kind of like, man, I don't know what the fucking hell you're talking about. What is wrong now? Like, what's wrong? And then but that's also coming from this person as well. They're creating mirrors all over the place, but they're not. They're gaslighting. It's kind of like, no, what's wrong? You're like, no. What is actually fucking wrong with you? Like no, that's what I'm asking you. What is wrong? And you're like, fuck all, bruv. That's why I'm not really. Yeah, because you've not really been doing that one thing. And you're like, right, fuck this, done. I'm out. Like you've done it again. You've done it again. You've created more of a drama out of a crisis. It's created a mirror that's created a drama triangle. Now 3. So you really could be dealing with a Pisces or 3 somewhere, where, and it's an ongoing cycle. I feel, or Michael, or Mike, or Michelle, or M, anywhere M. Okay, but yeah, like this ongoing struggle of where someone overthinks. When anything changes, they can't stand. So you could be dealing with someone like me, Scorpio, but like, or an Aries, but like when someone just suddenly does start doing something slightly different, the other person's like, oh my god, that's slightly different. You're not doing what you normally do. So you can have a Scorpio Aries that starts to do something different, and you're kind of like, yeah, but you're doing something completely different than what you normally do. You're like, yeah, bruv, that's because I don't know, because I'm not thinking. So you could be dealing with a Gemini moon. Like, yes, because I'm not thinking. Like, I'm not thinking at all. It's like, you're doing too much thinking. No, yeah, but you don't think of me. No, because I'm probably a Gemini moon, or like a mutable moon. Like, no, or I'm immune to this. Like, oh, fucking Motorola's disease, or immune to something. It's like, nah, bruv, I'm used to all of this shit. Like, it's like I'm not thinking. Like, I'm thinking about my day. I'm just not thinking about all of this goddamn thinking, for fuck's sake. Like, you're doing too much thinking. Yeah, well, you don't think enough. So someone's like creating moon sign fucking, like, this is like pinball fucking wizard of moon signs. This is kind of like, your moon isn't matching up with my moon, and you're not thinking and I am thinking. And I'm thinking too much and you're not thinking at all. You're not looking what you're doing. You're not thinking where you're going. Be careful what you're doing. Be careful how you're fucking thinking. And then there's this paradox of fucking confusion where one thinks too much and the other one doesn't think enough. But that's a good energy. Not thinking too much is kind of like, well, the masculine energies. The masculine energies that don't give a fuck and that just don't think. They're just like, well, I'm going to do whatever I fucking do. If I'm at work, if I'm at wherever I am, I'm doing whatever the fuck I want, which is pretty much not thinking about you, thinking too much about me. Do you know what I'm saying? That's how it's coming across. It's like I'm thinking about my day and I'm thinking about everything that's good and blah, 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 but standing on eggshells around you because you're thinking too much about me. About noticing everything that I'm in the 9 energies of everything that I'm doing right, everything that I'm not doing right, everything that can't be right or isn't right or metaphysically doesn't fucking make any sense. And you're concentrating that much on the one thing that I don't do right. So now you're going to your moon sign and you're thinking way too much about a person where I couldn't really give a fuck because you're like lost your mind. Right? So you'll think this person here is thinking way too much about this person, and this person isn't thinking about this person. They're thinking about things, Stephen King. Or they're thinking about things, like objects, things, work, like life, breathing, like being alive, like wanting to just be normal, just like acting fucking normal. But there's a person here that questions a person's reality through not thinking about them. But what you don't think about people, that's the whole point. That's what causes arguments, is when you think of people. That's why people come across as arrogant. God wants you to be you, right? To think about yourself. So to put yourself first, to have what you want, to get what you want, to strive to be what you want. But when you want a person and you want the person to think about you, or you're thinking about a person, you're directing all of that energy towards a person. So you push them away. You push them off by questioning reality here, and then this person's kind of like, where the fucking hell did that just come from? 7 tarot. But where did that just come from? Like, what the fuck? Why on earth did you just sidewind me with a load of like complaints and fucking everything else that I haven't done right, or God knows what else, and fucking all of these things, when really all I'm thinking about is stuff that I want to get done. Like, I'm busy, I'm like got work, I've got fucking school or college, I've got bills, I've got, you know, whatever. I'm thinking about all of these things in life. Bills, money, job, good time, like good time. But like good time, bad time. Like a possible Libra energy. But like, I'm having a good time. Yeah, well, I want a good time, but I want you to be in the good time. It's like, yeah, but I can have a good time on my own. Like, I'm just fucking naturally getting on with my day, not thinking, having a very good time, thinking positive thoughts, and you're having a fucking very bad shit time thinking about me, that I'm not having a good time. So, who the fuck? What the fuck is going on here? Well, here is really what I'm hearing. So you're kind of like, this side is looking at this side thinking, the fucking hell is wrong with you now? Like, what else am I not doing right now? There's got to be something within that 1% that I'm not doing right. There's got to be. Because, like, I'm having a fucking good time here, bruv. I'm, like, doing what I want. Being who I want to be. Just fucking learning and mind my own goddamn business and not overanalyze. Think about you. I'm thinking about me. That helps me just be me. And then when it's time, but it's like this energy of this person that thinks of a person too much, like wondering what they do. Where are they? When are they coming back? When are they going to speak? What time do you come home from work? What time can we talk? Like when they're at work, talking about one's boyfriend or girlfriend. Like just constantly thinking about human beings. Constantly, that's not how that works. Is to not think of human beings. You see, the energy of God, or whatever you look at, biblical or anything, is by thinking of yourself. But when a human thinks too much about another human that doesn't think at all, this person's going to fuck themselves up here, because they'll cause a tower, they'll cause a breakup, they'll cause an argument, they'll cause a scene, because they think too much about a person or people, or put their nose where it isn't wanted and fucking stick it right in. Like, why on earth would you want to get involved in all of this here? And why would you want to bring all of this negative thinking, negative attraction, people that believe in that stupid shit, law of attraction? Well, there you go. I brought it all upon myself, right? So I brought everything down upon myself, and then I'm going to now think that it's other people, because now the negative has physically happened. Now all I can do is think about how it is the argument took place and how to get you back. Because you left, because you're like, fuck that, bruv, why on earth do I want to sit here thinking about all of this negative shit? Why on earth would I want to do that? So then this person then starts to analyse, then go over all of the things of what this person did or did wrong, still then really analysing and making that piece of string even fucking longer. Like even longer and longer and longer and longer and longer. Just to keep this energy of like, well, just so I can think, just so I can sit and think, like, because I sit and think about you when you're not here, I sit and think about you when you're here, and then when we break up and we cause an argument, do I then even think about you even fucking more than do I actually think about you? I mean, Jesus Christ, bruv. I mean, well, you have to see if this has either happened or about to happen. I can guarantee you that one around a Gary or a Tina. I don't know, but like, I can guarantee you that someone here is absolutely obsessed about thinking. Obsessed about thinking about a person. And they smother them to death with thinking. Like, that's too much. Like, for me, man, I'd be able to pick that up from like fucking Timbuktu. From Timbuktu, the name Tim, not Tim? But like, from Timbuktu, I would be able to pick that up here. Because I fucking do it. Right? But me, connected with anybody, man, I could pick that up from a mile off. Like, it'll smell a mile off. I could smell it out like a... Man, I can fucking feel it. I can feel it's just about to happen. I'm walking on eggshells. Yeah, you are walking on... I'm fucking... No, I ain't. Because I can assure you that I'm the first one out like a 7. I'm the first one fucking smoking, bruv. You might as well get off. Is what I'm hearing. So... Oh. Well, whichever way it is, Aquarius, if I'm honest, I can pick up a lot of eggshell walking around like, fuck, I know this is just about the like, I don't know, like how to speak to this person, whether like I have to dumb this down and just be like, yeah, no, everything's lovely. It's great, isn't it? Like you're like, okay, you know, when are they about to like flip out? And you're like, okay, then it happens again, and then they just do something else, and you're like, yeah, man, I can really feel this person's just about to fuck it all up. I can feel it. Like, yeah, they're just, oh, there they go. Like, watch the fucking spin top, like, and they've gone fucking crazy and nuts, and you're like, Jesus, bruv, I fucking knew it. I knew it. I knew damn well that you were just about to fucking flip out and do something weird because of all of this thinking. So... there you go. That's your channeled stuff. You got a good week to look forward to, Aquarius. So let's hope these tarot cards are saying something different than what I'm actually picking up channeled for you. So Aquarius, next week these are going to be different. Like we did last month. I'll do these separately to the actual tarot stuff, so you can pick and choose whichever you want. But because of the deadline of time, I have got to get them all out. Okay, so I don't have time to upload all of that amount of videos. So let's see, Aquarius. What's going on with Aquarius? So we'll start to look at a few cards for you, and then a few cards for them. Okay. So, but if there's a paradox here of number, it's going to be very difficult. So let's have a look at what's going on with Aquarius for the first week of July, please, Aquarius. Leo, the pussies. So the Leo energy is here. Approaching, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what this is approaching, but it's approaching something, okay? Because I can feel it. As I'm saying, this energy is like, I can feel this storm in a teacup brewing. Like I can feel something brew. Someone that's like from not Australia, but what do they call that when they call them brew? You right? No, brew. Oh, I don't know. But anyway, like this. So it really annoys me when I get it in my head and I can't quite think because I'm on camera and I don't have time to think. There you go. Well, like, I don't know. I keep picking up like this energy that is whirring, like this, like... Oh, you might be dealing with like a Gemini / Capricorn. I think they've got a vibrator or something. But, like, or having a tooth pulled, or you have to watch the Capricorn / Gemini 6 reading. But like this... But whatever it is, I pick up like this tower is in the background here. It isn't, it's a whirlwind. But I keep picking up though, looking at it, that there's this like storm approaching of like this person is just kind of like, I don't know, casting shadows or something. Like, I don't know, it might be casting spells. Oh no, there you go, you're all off. You're all off fucking thinking. So don't never say witchcraft around a person that thinks too much, because they'll make it happen. But like, you know, there's this like storm brewing, like this energy that seems to be like whirring around, like it's brewing and it's brewing, like this temper, like this, like I am just about to like I really do. Let's see, Aquarius, what they got coming up for the first week of July for Aquarius. Well, everything's good. Vacation time, going out, spending, going over to see. Well, I don't know what the channel messages are. You have to wait until they're clarified here. But at the moment, yeah, everything is bon. Everything is great. But like I said, if you're like, this could be an 8. So you have to look for anywhere that you have Aquarius or Leo. Okay, look for that 8 placement. Because a paradox could mean like me, I have an Aquarius and Venus. Right? So obviously I'm watching an Aquarian reading. So I'm still going to come up as this 8. Right? So even though it's in Venus. So you've kind of got this like, well, everything's good. Vacation time, some time off work. Waiting for something to be delivered, okay? Some news, good news or bad news, I don't know, but still waiting for something to be delivered. Going to see your partner, travelling, going over there, visiting, all of that kind of thing. I don't know if any of you have like got vacation time coming up or some time off work and you're looking forward to that. Or like this visitation rights is also what I'm hearing. Like allowing access is what is really a message there. Is like, I'm allowing you access to it. Like, I want to give you access to the children, or like, I'm going to allow you to see me, or allow you to have access to something that I have. I don't know what that's for. That might be something good, because I keep hearing I'm going to allow you to have access. Now, that might be like children, or I don't know, to work, business, whatever, but I'm going to allow you to have access, and I'm going to allow you on, or I'm going to allow you in. Okay. Allow you in. So I don't know if there's any denied access there or not. I don't know yet. But I see. I'm actually hearing I'm going to allow you to come. I'll allow you to come. So to go out. Aquarius, somebody rising Venus Jupiter for the first until the first. Like I said though, when I come out with those channel messages, you don't have to relate it to your love life, you know, because you can't change future. You can't change the message because it's there. And trust me, I wouldn't get it if it wasn't, right? I really wouldn't get those messages if it wasn't there for somebody. Okay, so, you know, those messages cannot be changed. Your future can't be, because it depends on how the karmic energy turns up, okay? The event. So... Aquarius, Sun rising Venus Jupiter from the 1st until the 7th. You see Lucifer in reverse here. So I told you I could hear this energy that was in the Capricorn reading that I've done, and the Capricorn 6 is here. So this is like a Capricorn or a Gemini energy involved as well. Okay, and it's like this standing on eggshells around. I don't want anything that's fucking addictive around me. Like, I don't want to be tempted. I don't want to be allured in, because the devil in reverse can mean where things have gone fucking absolute tits up, right? Where, like, someone, like, because the devil is a minion energy, right? It means that the devil would get demons, or whatever you would call them, or devils, or little devils, to do their work for them. Okay, so Lucifer would never show his face up, and would never want to be shown up in public. Okay, so as if it can be like gaslighting of like, I'm just going to make you think that this is happening, but it's really not happening, or that kind of thing. Like, you know, when you look at the devil, you can look at like I don't know, like gambling, for instance, like a flashing machine that you go into the boozer and you shove all your fucking money in it, and it flashes. It's not saying devil, right? But it's like a machine that's kind of like doing the work of. Okay, so it can be metaphysically, it can be like this approaching energy that you know something really isn't fucking right here. Okay, and someone has gone like AWOL. Okay, so it can be questioning reality. It can be someone that starts to question reality to make things toxic when it really isn't. Like a drama out of a crisis where there really isn't anything to worry about, but someone makes things toxic. They make it toxic by overthinking, because that message has to be there. Because this is a general reading. Any of these could really have been in reverse, right? But you've got this like making it toxic and making a drama out of a crisis of things that are really not toxic. That's what I'm saying. Someone could be thinking that much that a person's acting very weird and strange and doing things out of ordinary, and you're like, yeah, but you changed the script. You normally do this. Why have you now? Like, it's kind of like children. Some of you might work for like kids, okay? Because I'm picking that up, and children that have a disability, because I used to work with them, right? And they had like I don't know, all kinds of illnesses in wheelchairs and all kind of things, okay? And they went to a specialist school. If you was to ever change driver, okay, or a PA, some of the children would hate that because they are so used to the same thing happening all the time. So they would get used to a person they work with, okay. When you suddenly then have something new, these children would really not cope very well, and it would take them quite a while to be educated in doing something new, okay. So it's kind of like this educational thing here, where it might be where it's taken me a time to actually get to grips of what this is, unless you've got a copycat and someone's trying to copy me and trying to get grips of what that may be here. But like you've got this like I said, you might work for like children, disadvantaged children, right? And they kind of like, you know, you can't change things up around them because they don't get it. It's not they don't get it, because I'm picking up on like an adult acting the same way, right? When you change things up, they don't get it. Like they're like, well, I don't want that to change. Like I want you to keep doing the same thing over and over again. Like I want to keep tormenting you. I want to keep fucking like really prodding your buttons. Like, and I really want to stick to the same thing all the time. Like Capricorn energies, they can constantly stick doing the same thing over and over again, like a job. Okay, I'm just going to keep doing the same job, but it can be a string of failed attempts of energy of like, no, I'm just going to keep doing the same thing and not think outside the box. Okay, because you could have someone that thinks outside the box, but someone thinks very narrow-minded here, as what I'm picking up. Like someone's very narrow-minded, likes to stick with the same thing, like, oh, I don't want to rock the boat, let's just stick with doing the same thing. But then there could be someone that's kind of like, no, I actually want to do something fucking different. Like, you know, let's stop doing the same thing. Let's do something completely different. Like, you know. So, you got two contrasts of energy there. Because, like I said, this could be a Leo Aquarius placement. And this could be a Capricorn, but it could come up as a Gemini also. Okay. So, if you've just found the channel and you're really lost, you're going to have to watch the videos there. Below in a link. But, or LinkedIn, I've got LinkedIn, but I don't know if I can use LinkedIn. I don't know what that is. But like, yeah, I definitely keep picking up though that as soon as a person starts to, because this is like me, I'm a Gemini moon, right? So I do come up in the Capricorn readings myself. Okay, and honestly I do. Okay, so like here, this is not thinking. Like, I'm not thinking. I don't want to keep doing the same thing. I don't want to keep going over the same bollocks all the time. But it can be like, yeah, but you're not thinking. Why are you not obsessing about me, but I'm obsessing about you? Like, how come you're so obsessed about me and I'm so obsessed about myself? Like, I want to do things for myself. Like, I'm not thinking about you all of the time. Yeah, but why are you not thinking about me all the time? You're supposed to be obsessed about me. No, I'm not. Of course I'm not. I'm more obsessed about, well, fuck it, I don't know, just like thinking normal, straight, just like that kind of thing, right? But like I said, someone here obsesses about twin flames, obsesses about their husband or their wife, obsesses about their boyfriend or girlfriend, obsesses about their children, like to the point where it's smothering, and obsessed about thinking to the point where they bring this devil in reverse upon themselves because someone thinks about the person, but the person that they think of basically thinks about work, basically thinks about jobs, you know, what's going on in my life and doing things for myself and being whoever it is that I want to be. And then when you bring all of that energy, you basically come up with this paradox, this energy where someone tries to avoid any kind of confusion of like, ah, fuck, you're not gaslighting me. You're thinking about me too much. You're making this toxic now, right? You're making it toxic now because you're thinking too much about me. So any energy that comes up in reverse can mean, no, I'm turning that down. Like, can be turned off, turned down. Like, no, you're turning me off. Like, okay, I am hearing though. Excuse me. I am hearing that someone, this is a life support machine, or cutting someone off financially there. Sorry I have to be on screen when you do that, but when you smoke cigarettes like a stupid fool and you're trying to stop and vape, you're going to get a lot of crap on your chest. So you'll have to put up with that, right? Because it could have been a lot more disgusting there. Right? But, you know, I'm hearing that somebody could have cut someone off financially, or cut someone off and just like pushes someone off and like, man, like it's too much. Like, I don't know, like, because it's an obsessed energy, like a sex addict or like a drug addict or like an addict of thinking about a person. But there can be this obsessed about work, as you're obsessed about me, I'm obsessed about work, you know. But there can also be this life support machine of what I am hearing, like I'm going to cut you off financially, or I'm going to like turn off a life support machine. Something to do with this machine. Oh, it might be like me, CPAP. This might be Elijah's mum. But like here, like a CPAP machine, okay? So, Elijah, stop keep checking on your mum. It's pissing her off. Right? But like, well, I don't know. Whichever way it is, it's drawing to a conclusion of something to worry about, right? But I'm hearing that old thing of what strict parents used to say to like kids. If you keep crying, I'm going to give you something to cry about, right? If you keep moaning, I'm going to give you something to moan about, right? If you keep shouting and screaming, I will give you something to shout and scream about, because you're going to piss me off to the point where I'm going to say something. Y'all really could be dealing with a Scorpio or an Aries person. More Scorpio, really, but 4. Okay. But, like, you know, if y'all keep pushing my buttons, y'all going to get something that you don't want, right? Is what I'm hearing for you. Like, if you keep testing my patience, because this devil energy can feel that there's... Because the paradox energy is going to bring this into fruition. Which is like, I can feel that something is not right. Okay, it doesn't feel right, it feels off. Rotten, Amsterdam, whatever. But like, it feels rotten. Okay. So it feels like the milk's turned sour and it's getting like very like, the air is getting thin. Like, oh God. Right. So let's see, Aquarius on the other side. Show me what the other person thinks. What's the other person connected to Aquarius think? 10 of Cups could be dealing with the Pisces. They think this is a happy ever disaster. Well, they basically think that a disaster is about to happen. That someone's going to bring all of this down. And what once was happy is now going to be like, no, I ain't happy anymore now. I was happy. Everything was fucking going great here. There was loads to look forward to. We'd got some plans. Everything was going all right. You know, we'd got some plans to go away. We was going to have a breakaway and blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, this happens. And because this really major thing happens here, this now starts to happen on the other side, which is like, why'd you let me down? Why can't you do this? Why are you not so happy anymore? Because of what you just actually did, what you brought upon yourself. So this is more of like, I can't believe that you've just done that. What we were really happy. Everything was okay. You've just, somebody here has caused this paradox. That's what I'm saying. The channeled stuff that you had is in this card here. It's that energy of like, you was thinking too much and you was obsessed, and now you brought this upon yourself for me to now turn it down and say no. Because it's more of this paranoia and this overthinking and trying to bring things to like into like devil energy and bring it all toxic, that this side now gets the energy of like, well, everything was fucking okay. Everything is okay. Everything was okay. Why are you now making it like out of a drama, out of a crisis? Because it'd be one. This is the most pathetic card ever known to man, the Ten of Cups, because it's a one. It's an endless amount of possibilities. But in reverse, it's like, well, I was happy, so why are you not? No, I want to know why you're not. I fucking am. Well, I was, but now I'm not. You made me not happy because of what you've just brought towards me. You've just brought all of this fucking negative shit towards me. Everything was going all right, and then all of a sudden, now it isn't? No, of course it isn't, because you've just bypassed and gone straight through and brought the devil energy into the fucking scenario now. And because you've now just done that, what was okay at 1 minute, now it really isn't. You're just now bringing more toxicity around the good energy, right? You're making a drama out of a crisis. You're making more out of it than what it was when everything was okay. As I'm saying, someone's bringing something upon themselves here. But whatever this turns up for you, it may not always be about your love life. It could be mother, father, sibling, daughter, son, at work. All of the above, you know. You have to live your experience, and then you're like, fuck. Yeah, you were right. Let's see. So show me the other person. The other person connected to Aquarius. So, 8 of Pentacles, you see? But then there's this kind of like, we can work it out, we can work on it. So, I don't know. This might not happen, but it's kind of like this feeling that it's there. Like this, I don't know, like this obsession is there, but it's kind of like this very eggshell type sort of just like the explainable that is not explainable. It's a feeling, right? It's a feeling of like, this feels strange. I mean, if anybody that wants to know like what you're doing, well, someone's probably working. That's what I'm saying. Your energy is like, well, what's this person doing? Well, they're working. They're working like a dog or a cat, Leo, Aquarian, maybe. Again, a paradox energy of 8, right? So what are they doing? Working. How come they're not thinking about me? Because they're working. This can be a person that obsesses about a person at work, in work, out of work, about work, never can get work, or can never to get it work, like the relationship to, or find work itself, physical, manual work, or like, I can never seem to get this family in order. I can never seem to get this relationship to work because I think about them when I'm at work. I think about them whilst they work at home or anything like that, because this can be home, right? So this person can work at home. So I told you, when someone is self-employed and they work at home, that's harder than actually having to get up and go. I unequivocally tell you that by experience. Why is that? Because I'm in this is a bedroom, bachelor pad, living, front room, music studio, recording artist, and also tarot reading. Big room. It might not look very big on screen, but it is bigger than what it looks on screen. Okay, so me, I don't get to like go out this front door and then go out and go to work and then come back and think, oh man, I can sit down for the day, right? I can enjoy like, no, I'm like work, live, everything here. So that can make that really fucking difficult when it comes to that, because I don't get to finish work and come home. I am home, right? So any of you out there, if you're this side and you're thinking, what is like, you know, blah, 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 and all this argumentative energy, you want to try actually working for yourself and working at home here. Because that's very fucking difficult. It's not as easy as what everybody thinks. Oh, I would love to work for myself and work at home so I don't have to go and work with other people and like have a breather and have a break. Trust me, when you work at home and you do tarot readings 24/7, you're doing it 24/7, right? And if that's all you do, you don't really get to go out much. Because you work at home, right? You have a lot of demand, right? So running YouTube channels of where people think that this is easy, it really isn't. It really is difficult, okay? Because especially when you do it to earn a living, like myself, that's really difficult, right? Really difficult because you have demand and everything else, and you have to get them done and get them out, and like, you know, you're working and you live at home and you work at home in front of a camera 24/7. Y'all don't get much like a lot of other people do when they're like, oh, it's okay, I can just watch a reading and then go to work and enjoy my, you know, and then come home and then put the box on. No, like, we're here. Like, that's boxed in, right? So that might be what this person's doing here, and it's feeling as if this person's like thinking about them 24/7, but if the reality check comes in where they constantly question this person, what they're doing and where are they, and like, is everything all right, but this person, all they're really doing is just fucking working, well, then you're bringing this upon this side is energy here, because what this person's probably doing is just naturally just working. It's just literally working. Because if this energy means paranoia and getting frustrated and pissed off and fed up, and then questions this person's reality when all they are doing is physically just at work, like, you believe these things don't happen? If someone is just at work and all they are is literally just at work, but someone is a paranoid schizophrenic, right, and this person comes schizo at this person just because they're at work, y'all gonna fuck up this whole week in this scenario here, where this is kind of like, what's the matter now? I'm working, like, I've got work to do, I've got a lot of work to do, it's piling up, what's the matter now? You know, and you can get someone that's jealous because they're at work. They're at work. But when you have, like me, for instance, I'll make sure that, because I start work about 5 o'clock in the morning, okay? So I'm kind of like, man, I've got a certain amount to get done today, and then at night, I've got free time then. I can go out, I can do what I want, I can spend time with people, I can choose whatever it is that I want to do, but I have a bracket of like, okay, I've got certain readings that I really need to get done today. If I've got personal readings, okay, it all adds up and I think, okay, I can do this today, and I organise thinking, what am I going to get done? Okay, and I need to get it all done so at a certain time, I'm off, I'm free, I'm available, and I can do what I want. Okay, but this energy here is constantly thinking about this person when and what they're at work, and when they're going to get off work. But it might not be an argument as yet, but I can feel it there, and it is a feeling, because it's this nervously approaching of like, man, all I'm really doing is working. Like, all I'm really doing is working. What's your problem? Nothing. It's like, well, nothing then. I'm just at work. Like, fuck, I haven't left the planet. I don't live on Mars, right? I'm at work. I'm at work. Okay. So that's your reading so far, Aquarius or / Leo, because of the number 8, okay? So anywhere within your chart, if the story really is relating to you, you can find that. The reason why these all go to Patron, full access bundle, is that you have your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node, but then you also have your numerology that you can look for. Me, I'm a Gemini Moon, 6. I can watch a Gemini or a Capricorn reading, okay? I'm a Piscean Sun, so that's a 3, right? So it's slightly difficult, right? Yeah, so Hangman, 12, but again, so Piscean. But like, yeah, so y'all get it? So if you want to join, you can watch, you can join the link below. It's all below, everything is below, email is below, video explains everything about Patreon is below. It helps out with the channel. Like, share, comment, subscription, donation, super chat, all that sort of stuff. It really helps. Like. Okay, if you want to help out more with the channel, okay, then if you want to join Patreon, that's where you get a plethora of readings on the full access bundle, because all of the monthlies, the weekly and everything, they all go to the full access bundle after the monthlies, okay? But does what it says on the tin. They're all over there, loads over there, more coming out over there through the month, okay? All right, guys, thanks very much, Aquarius. I really appreciate your time, and let's see what you got coming up for your week.